we are going to use. I am just commencing the live stream, so I'll be just distracted for a few seconds. Bear with me on that. And then I'll be back with you. I have to just ensure that it is working fine. So bear with me for a few seconds for that. Perfect. So our live stream is working fine. So this is where let's get started with today's session. So we have actually waited for 3 minutes, and I think this is where we should get started with the discussion. I am not sure why am I not being able to come back to the screen. All right, so I am back with you all. So this is where we'll get started with today's session. Once again, good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants in today's session. I am not sure why it is appearing a little skewed. The mic I was referring to, it was appearing a little tilted in the video. So I was trying to fix that. All right, so this is where let's get started. I can still see there are a few participants who have raised their hands. Please add your question in the Q&A. So down below, you'll see there's an option which says Q&A. Use that option to ask your question. And as we are talking about questions, so I will be conducting a question answer round towards the end of the session. So we'll be dedicating 15-20 minutes to this discussion, these Q&As. So if there's anything which I was not able to answer during this session, although I'll try to answer that, or let me just take a step back and help you understand in a better way. So as we go along in next few minutes, I am going to start sharing my screen. When I do that, I'll walk you through this process of creating your digital catalog for export. Now, obviously, you will have your questions, or if there's anything which is not clear to you, in that case, how will you get an answer to that question? So for that, you can ask your question using the Q&A option. All right. So that is something that you have to do. Now, once you have asked your question, it will appear in the Q&A list that I have, and I'll keep the list open on the other monitor that I have. So if the question is something which I can answer immediately, I'll do that. If it is not possible to answer that question right away, in that case, I'll take up that question towards the end of the session where we'll break into the question answer round. All right. So that is related to the questions, and unless you get answers to all your queries, your question, you will not be utilizing or getting the maximum benefit of your time, right? So this is where let's get started for our interactions. It is not like we will just be doing a Q&A. We'll just be, you'll just be asking questions and I'll just be answering the question. Nothing like that. We will also be interacting amongst ourselves, and that is where we will be using the chat option. So you also have a chat option down below. Using that, you will be sharing your inputs, etc. All right, so this is where let's get started. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and you will start seeing my screen in next few minutes. I am not sure why it is not hiding. All right, perfect. So I've started the screen share. Now, can anyone from the participants, anyone from the audience, confirm that you are able to see my screen? That will be helpful. So just using the chat option, you can let me know that you're able to see my screen. Perfect. Thank you for that. Thank you for confirming. Just a quick second. All right, so there was a question in the Q&A. One of the participants is asking me to guide about global income marketplace. Sagar, today's session is about Indian business portal. So wait till question answer round, and that's where I'll guide you about the global income marketplace. But today's session is around creating a digital catalog for export. All right. So this is where let's begin. Let's get started. So once again, good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants in today's session. Firstly, I'm going to share with you what all do you have to do to create a digital catalog and then list your offering on Indian business portal. So what is the process? So the process is you have to create something called digital catalog. And once that is created, then you connect it with Indian business portal. And once it gets connected, that's where your products or services starts appearing on Indian business portal, right? So that is how this ecosystem works, or this is how the process works. Now, the obvious question that comes is, what is a digital catalog, right? So for that, I am going to switch my screen. There is a little more in this presentation. I'm not going to take you there. I'm going to show you a few examples so that you're able to understand this concept of digital catalog. In simple terms, it is a website. A digital catalog is a website. Typically, in my previous sessions, I've asked the audience, like, what do you think is a digital catalog? And the audience have shared their responses. But this is where I wanted to save a little bit of time. So that's where we are straight away getting into understanding the concept of what is a digital catalog. So digital catalog, in simple terms, is a website with certain capabilities. What are those capabilities? The first of all, it can showcase information about product or service of a particular seller. So this is where we are looking at a digital catalog of a business that deals in industrial electrical motors. And we can see there is a bunch of information which is available. And let's go to one of their categories and see if there is more information available. And this is where we can see, yes, they do have more information. I'm going to open one of the products and see what is the scenario. Yeah, so we do have information about the product, right? So it is doing that. The second characteristic is that it should allow the business to accept order or inquiry depending on what is the business's requirement. Now, this is another example that I'm showing to you. This is where it is a ground roller, and it is typically used by construction companies or by landscaping companies or organizations maintaining stadiums, etc. For that, it is used. So any business that is wanting to buy this ground roller, what they'll be doing is they are going to come here. Obviously, they'll be able to find out they sell this model of ground roller, and then once they have known that, once they have found this seller, that's where they'll come and they'll send an inquiry. So the second characteristic which I shared with you is that it should be, the website should have the capability, it should have that feature that allows the website to either accept order or accept inquiry, generate inquiry. So this is where the inquiry can be generated. So if I am someone who's interested to do business with them, I can send an inquiry and I can obviously do business with them. So this is the second characteristic. The third is it should also have information about the business. So this is where if we go and we check about the business. That's where we should be able to see more information about the business, a video about the organization, etc. So all that information is also available. So any business, I'm just doing a quick recap, any website that has three things. What are those three things? The first one is it should be also showcasing information about the product or services. The second one is it should have the feature or capability to accept order or accept inquiry. The third is it should also be showcasing information about the business. So these three characteristics, if they are there, if these three features are there in any website, it can be called a digital catalog. But because digital catalog is a term which is not very familiar with a lot of people, so for the ease of understanding of everyone, what we are going to do here onward, let's use a simpler and a common term, website, right? I hope that will be okay with everyone. All right. So we are going to refer it as website, or here onwards, instead of digital catalog, we'll use the term website. All right. So we have understood what is a website or what is a digital catalog. Now, how many types are there, right? So, because each business is unique, it is not like what I am selling, you will also be selling the same thing, or how I am selling, you will also be using the same process, right? It is not like that. Or every business is unique, every product is unique, and the processes that we use or the methodology is which is used to sell a product, it varies from industry to industry, it varies from product to product, right? So that is why there are different requirements as well. So how those requirements are catered to the website. So how many types of digital catalogs are there? So one type we have already seen in front of us, which we are currently looking at on the screen. And this where just imagine that I am a business and I'm wanting to do, let's imagine a construction company. I'm a procurement executive at a construction company, and we have a immediate requirement for ground rollers at one of our construction site. So that's where what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll review the product, and if it matches the specification, if it matches the requirement, I'll immediately send them an inquiry that, hey, we are interested to buy this ground roller from you, and then they'll take the discussion forward, right? So this is one type of digital catalog that you can create, right? So just remember this one type. Now, the second type of digital catalog is something like this. Now, if you have done online shopping, and I don't think there's anyone these days who hasn't done online shopping. If you have shopped online, you'll find this very familiar. So this is where, as a customer, if I'm wanting to buy these products or products from this particular seller, my internet is a little slow too, so please bear with me on that. So I'm going to quickly open the product detail page so that we can do an apple-to-apple comparison, right? So here we have one page or a B2C page. So this is where, imagine that I am a seller and I want to sell to retail customers. So instead of selling into businesses, I'm wanting to sell it to retail customers who want to buy for their personal consumption. So this is an example. This is the second type of digital catalog that you can create on the platform. This is the second type. There's a third type, and I think I forgot to open that. So just give me a quick second to open that. There are many examples. I'm just opening one of the examples I remember. So this is the third type or third variation of third flavor of digital catalog that you can create. Now, what is the difference, right? So if you're looking at it, it looks like the other website we saw, right? So just let's open one of the products. Let's open this one. It looks very similar to this one. Can you guess what is the difference? Let me know in the chat if you can make out what is the difference. I'm going to go back here. This is where we have two buttons, and this is where again we have two buttons, the description, images, all that is there. But I'm saying to you that these are two very different capabilities that you're looking at. This is very different, right? So there's just one button. So this is one button, this is two buttons, and this is also two buttons. So what is the difference? Can you guess? Can anyone guess and let me know what is the difference between the two websites? Yes, I can see Shweta, Kapil, Monali, all of them has answered it absolutely correctly. The difference is And let me explain it to others as well. This is where you can see the buttons are add to cart and buy now. So these are B2C interactions. So as a retail customer, whether domestic or international, I can come here and I can buy this product using these buttons. Whereas here, the interaction is a little different. This is where you have add to cart, but no buy now. Buy now is not there because that's where you have send inquiry. So send inquiry is for B2B buyers. So if there is someone, let's imagine that there is a shop owner and they want to buy their products for their establishment, so they can easily come here and then they can place an inquiry that we are interested to buy your products. And then they can take the discussion forward with them. And a retail customer like me, if I want to buy their product, then I can do an add to cart and I can place an order. Now, sometimes people have asked me this question, why haven't you given a buy now button here? Wouldn't that help? Because this majority of the browsing happens on mobile devices, right? So there's only space for 2 buttons. So 3 buttons can't be accommodated in a mobile screen, in a vertical mobile screen. That is why we had to sacrifice buy now to accommodate send inquiry. But the point which I'm trying to clarify or highlight to you, that this website is catering to both type of audience, right? So if you are wanting to cater to retail customers, you don't have to create 2 separate websites. Same website can cater to both type of audience. So that is the point I have wanted to highlight to you. There is also one more type of website, one more capability, which is available. I'm going to open that very quickly in front of you and show it to you. So this is the third capability, and this is where, again, let's try to understand what is that unique feature that is there. And that feature is there on the home screen itself. So I'm going to slowly scroll down and so that you can guess or identify, try to see what is that unique feature. On the face of it, it will look like a typical online shopping website. And so I'm just going to scroll down slowly and see if you are able to make out what is the difference. Anyone? Any guess from any of the participants? Yeah, buy now button is there. Monali, you're absolutely correct. Buy now button is there. As I mentioned, it looks like a typical online shopping website catering to retail customers. So as a retail customer, I can go to this website and then place an order. But it also has a hidden capability, a very powerful hidden capability. What is that? So that capability is here. This is where you can see already a distributor and you can log in. So what is happening here? So this is a very popular kitchen appliances and kitchenware brand. Now they have a very large distribution network. So there are literally thousands of businesses that are selling their product. Now, obviously, when these shops or businesses, when they are selling their product, they have to replenish the stock. So they have to reorder the product. Now, the conventional methods which are there, where your sales executive is going and they're collecting orders, etc., is not very efficient. And a lot of times, the participants in the distribution network, they have issues, challenges, etc. Now, can digital technology be used to simplify that and make it more efficient? And that implementation or the use of digital technology is something that you're looking at on your screen. Now, what the business does or what the brand does is that they onboard all their bulk buyers onto the website, and then they'll have to just come here and do a secured login. And once they log in, they can see the special price which the brand has guaranteed to them, or the business has guaranteed, or in this case, Japan has guaranteed to them. And they'll also get the credit period in case it is agreed by the seller or Japan in this case, or if there is a minimum order quantity understanding between the shop owner and the brand, that Japan will give me a 15% discount, provided that whenever I'm placing an order, I buy at least 10 units of each item. And then I will be eligible to get 15% discount. That is also taken care by the system, right? So all those nuances or all those requirements which are there for this particular distribution business, as we call it, all of them are taken care by the system, right? So it's a very powerful capability which is available. Now, related to this, there are 2 points which are commonly discussed. And if I was in your place, I'll have those questions. The first one is that, sorry, the first question which is there is that what is the relevance to export business? Because we are discussing about export. So why am I wasting your time explaining this thing, this capability? It does not look relevant, or it does not sound relevant to you, right? Certainly, you will have that question, right? So why am I boring you with all this information? Because it does have a utilization in the export business. How so? There are certain businesses or there are certain trades wherein there is this fear, there is this anxiety, or this problem that if you're showcasing your latest designs, latest collection on the website, there is a very strong chance that your latest collections, your latest designs, your hard work will get stolen. Someone will copy it and then sell it in the market, right? So those challenges are there. Now, using this capability, you can even solve that, right? So how does it solve? Or let's be a little specific. So a lot of time when I'm interacting with exporters who are into apparel or fashion space, they have this concern that their latest designs, if they're displaying on the website, will get stolen. How do you solve for that? So for that, you can upload all your products onto your website. And then using this capability, you give access to the buyers you trust. So anyone who's visiting your website will not be seeing those products. Only the people whom you are granting the access will be able to see your latest collection. Your old collection, you can display it publicly where you don't have that concern that your design might get copied. For the latest collection, you can keep it behind lock and key, right? So it is like a showroom which is locked, and only to the people whom you are giving the key, only those can access, right? There is that kind of capability. The second question is, what is the difference between order, bulk order, and inquiry? Right? So if here we saw there's an inquiry which is getting generated, and what is the different thing happening here? Because I told you there's a very elaborate and very powerful capabilities at the back end. What is the difference? Both of them are catering to B2B business, right? Both of them cater to B2B business. So here there is interest which is getting generated, right? So it is like expression of interest that, hey, I am interested in this ground roller, right? So it is where, as a business or as a individual, I am expressing my interest. This is where I haven't given them an order. I'm just expressing my interest that I'm interested to do business with you. Whereas here, there's no expression of interest. The person is giving you an order that this is the item, or these are the items, and these are the quantities that I'm wanting. Please pack them and ship it to my warehouse. Right? So that is the difference. All right. So this is where I think we have spent a lot of time understanding the various types of digital catalogs and obviously the definition of digital catalog. I hope all that is clear to everyone. Still, if there's anything which is not clear to you, add that in the Q&A. All right, so this is where we will now move on to the second chapter, and that is how to list your products on, or how to create your digital catalog. All right, so this is where what we are looking at is Indian Business Portal. And if time permitted, I'll also explain to you about Indian Business Portal. But as we are looking at it, it is my duty to give a brief description or brief introduction about Indian Business Portal. So Indian Business Portal is a platform which showcases products of Indian exporters to international buyers. So it is a trade hub for Indian exporters and international buyers. So this is where, as a exporter, in simple terms and not confusing you, you are showcasing what all is your offering, product or services. And then international buyers are visiting this website and they are looking at your product and service offering. And if they're interested, they'll connect with you, they'll do business with you. There are two ways in which international buyers do business here. One is they can post their buying requirements, and those are displayed here. So on our home screen, you can see there are 3 buying requirements, live ones. So there are hundreds of the older ones. So I've just clicked on view all, and is where you can see there are the closed ones, which you can see here. So these are the live requirements which are there. So this is where what a international buyer or importer has done. They have shared with FIO, or they have posted on a platform that this is what we are looking, or we are wanting to import from India. And if you happen to be an exporter that deals in this kind of product, then you can just submit your requisition. All right, so that is one method. The second method is they can connect with you directly. How does that happen? So for help you understand that, I have opened 2 products. So this is one product, and this is another product, right? So from two very distinct categories. Now, just imagine that I am an international buyer and I'm interested to buy this product. So in that case, or do business with this supplier, so I can click on the name of the exporter and then open their profile. So this is the profile that we are looking at. So they are the exporter of this product. So this is where we are looking at their profile, and this is where we can see the entire catalog, obviously the other products that they are selling. And here we have about us and other information which is also available, so that if international buyer wants to understand more about the exporter, and obviously they are sitting thousands of kilometers away, so they would want to know more before they take that decision of contacting you. It is not like they'll be contacting every exporter that they come across. So they will be taking that decision that this is the right exporter, and then they'll be contacting them. So for that, all the information which is related to that business, it is displayed here. So this is where you can see there's about a section wherein there's certain information about the business which is displayed, and then other information that when did they started their business, which countries they have already exported to, countries they would like to export to. So all that information is displayed here. This is another business's profile. This is the fashion product I was showing you. This is the product, and this is the profile of the exporter. And again, if I quickly take you to the about section, is where you'll see the about section. They have added more details, and this is the about us section which you are seeing on the screen. So all that is there, but do you remember what was I explaining to you? I'm not sure, because I've been showing you a number of things. So I told you that there are 2 methods which are used by international buyers when they do business with Indian exporters on Indian business portal. The first method is the RFQ method, which we saw here, buying request. The second method is wherein they'll come to your profile and they will connect with you. How will they connect with you? So they can either schedule a meeting with you, or they can send you a contact us request. In that case, you'll get an email, as well as the details will get added to the control panel of your digital catalog, to your website's control panel. And the third method is they can visit your website, and from there they can see the contact details, and they can directly call you or send you an email, right? So any of the 3 methods a exporter can use to, or importer can use to connect with you. All right. So this is a quick introduction I thought of sharing with you about Indian Business Portal. Now coming back to the main agenda item, that is how to create a digital catalog for your export business. For that, the first thing that you have to do is to open Indian Business Portal. Very simple. Type in indianbusinessportal.in, or you can search for Indian Business Portal, and this website will open up. Once you have opened this website, what should you do next? So on the top itself, you'll see there's an option which says sell on Indian Business Portal, registered as Indian exporter. Click on that, and this page will open up. This is the page. On this page, you'll see there's a button which says create your catalog. You have to click on that. But before we go to the next page, there's a suggestion that I would want to share with you. And the suggestion is very simple. Whenever you have time, 5-10 minutes, go through this page. This page has very important information which you'll find very useful. So there's an introduction about Indian Business Portal. There's a message by Dr. Ajay Sai, DG and CEO of VO, and then there are FAQs wherein we have tried to provide response of all the frequently asked questions, right? So you'll find this very resourceful section. So whenever you have time, you please do review this section. Now, coming back to the journey, so you went to Indian Business Portal and then you clicked on register as Indian exporter, which opened this page. Here you have to click on this button. So you can click here or here. Both of them will take you to the same place, which is this page. Now, on this page, you'll see there is a video that we have embedded. This is the video. Please do review this video. Please do watch this video. We have added this video simply to guide you. So please do watch this video before starting the journey. So before doing anything else, please watch the video. Once you have watched the video, you'll understand what all information is required at your end to do the store setup. And once you have all the information available, that's where you should get started. So why am I asking you, why am I recommending to you that you should watch this video before you proceed ahead? For a simple reason that if you understand the process, if you understand the journey, you can do the preparation, you can collect all the required information, and then you start the journey. So that's where you will be able to do the entire journey very easily, very efficiently, without wasting much time, and probably in one go as well. So that will save you time, that will save you energy, and that will save you momentum as well. So a lot of time, what happens, and this is something which I've seen happen with a lot of businesses, they started the journey and then at some point they realize, oh, I don't have this information. Let me collect that information and get back. And that's where they dropped off and then they forgot about it. And then after some time when we reached out to them, that's where they realized, oh, I had to create the store. I did not complete the process, right? So if to avoid that kind of scenario, because if you're able to do it in one go, you'll be able to complete everything in one go. And that will save you a lot of time and a lot of effort as well. Important that that is where if you want to do it efficiently in one go, then it is important that you watch this video. So I'm going to explain the rest of the journey using this video only. I've already opened the video in one more time, so I'm going to quickly show it to you. This is the video we are referring to. So obviously we are not going to play the video. That will not be a very wise use of your time. We are going to just fast forward the video. So let me just go full screen and we will just fast forward the video. Now, if you're wondering if the video is available, then why am I walking you through the video? Let me just reload this page because I think the video is appearing a little pixelated. So I'm going to reload the page so that it does not appear pixelated. All right, so let's go full screen. I'm going to pause the video and I will just fast forward it so that I can walk you through the process. Now, the question which I was referring to you earlier, that if the video is already available, then why am I taking you through the entire journey? Why am I like spending your valuable time? Because whenever it comes to, whenever you hear the term create website or create digital catalog or create e-commerce website, tell me honestly, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Most of us feel that it is technical and you need specialized knowledge, especially like you need computer programming knowledge, you need coding knowledge, or you need to have a computer science degree, then only you can create a website, right? That is a common feeling that most of us get. I'm not an exception. The exception is that I'm from the industry, so obviously I don't get that feeling. But had I not been from the tech industry, I will certainly have the same feeling. Right? That is a common perception that a lot of us have. It is a technical job. It is a complicated thing. And I want to break that perception. I want to show to you how simple and easy it is in today's day and age. And that's why I am walking you through this entire online store creation journey, right? So very quickly, we'll go through it. So this is the first step, which I've already shown to you that this is where you have to come to Indian Business Portal and click on register as Indian exporter, which will bring you to this page. On this page, I have suggested to you that you have to click on create your catalog, which will bring you to this page. This is the page from where we open the video. So once you have watched the video and once you are absolutely ready, that's where you have to come here, enter your name, create a password, and then click on agree and continue. In the next screen, you have to do the OTP verification of your mobile number, and then it will bring you to this screen. On the screen, you have to do the GST verification. This is also important. You must do that. That will list your product as a verified business. In case you don't have GST number handy while you're going through this journey, you can add it at a later stage. And that connects with the point which I was telling you. Watch this video, because if you're watching this video, you'll know I will need GST number, and you can be ready with that so that you don't have to add it 2 times. That will be wasted effort, right? Why should you waste your time? So that is why watch the video so that you are able to, you are clear that what all information is required. In the next screen, you have to type in your business name and then select the legal entity type. I am not sure why it is pixelating. Let me try to reload it. Let me also check my internet connection. I may be accidentally connected on the wrong band. Yeah, the band is absolutely right. In fact, the ad is not pixelating, but somehow the video is appearing pixelated. And it hasn't happened before. So it is not like it is a common thing. I've used this video many, many times to explain the journey, and it has never happened that it appears pixelated. Yeah, same thing. Not sure why it is happening here. But anyway, so this is where you have to just type your business name, which anyone can do. Then select the legal entity type. So from a drop-down, you have to select what is your legal entity, like whether you are a sole proprietorship, partnership, private limited, public limited. Select that and then type in your location, and all the other details will automatically get populated. Then you have to select the industry to which you belong. So you can either use the search or you can select it from the drop down. After that, you have to specify what type of business activities you are involved in. And this is where you have manufacturer, exporter, retailer, service providers, etc. There are multiple options which are available. Now, what are you expected to do here? You are expected to select an option, multiple option, not a single one. You have to select multiple options based on what all business activities you are engaged in. Now the question comes, what if I start doing something else? So for example, at the moment, I'm just doing manufacturing and export. If I start retailing, can I update that? Yes, certainly you can do that. So it will be updated from your profile, and you can do that. But this is an important step. Why so? Because our AI will be doing matchmaking. So very soon we are going to launch a feature wherein a buyer can actually look for which are the exporters of a particular product on the platform. Now, for AI to recommend you as an exporter, these information or these pieces of information are crucial. So please do update them and update them truthfully, right? Which will bring you to the screen. On the screen, you have to click on Convert now, which will open this overlay. On this overlay, there are 3 simple questions that you have to answer. What is the main purpose of your online store? Number of products that you would want to upload, and would you like to have the minimum order quantity feature? 3 simple questions. You have to provide a response, and that will bring you to the screen. This is where you'll see the various design templates which are there. So these are various layouts for your website which are there. You can select a simple, any of the template as per your liking, and then move to the next step. Now, although technically this is a very simple step, you have to just come here, anything that you're liking, just select that and move to the next step. But this is where I have seen people get confused. Why so? And the source of confusion is also related to their previous experience. So people who have got websites created earlier, and the conventional model or the historical method of creating website was that you'll firstly fix or finalize the design template. And once you have finalized the design template, then you feed in the information into it, you do the coding, and that's where your website gets created. So the feeling or what their experience tells them that if I've chosen a website, if I've chosen a design here, I'll not be able to change that, because in the historical method, it was not possible. Once you have selected a design template, you're literally married to it, right? You can't change it. You have to get a new website created if you want to change that. But that is absolutely not the case here. You can easily change the design template, and you'll not believe you'll be able to do that in literally 5 seconds. I think you were guessing 5 minutes, but actually it is 5 seconds. You can magically change from one template to another template. It is very easy, simple. Realistically, it will take more time, because I understand you have to resize the banners, etc., which takes more time, but the transition happens in 5 seconds. All right. So that was the first bottleneck, which I have seen that people encounter or they come across. The second question or the second confusion that is there, and that is related to the design template itself. So a lot of them believe, or they get a feeling that the visuals which are displayed in the design template, they are for a particular type of product or line of business. And I'm not sure how visible it is on your screen, but this is where if we are talking about this particular design template, then it has visuals of electronic product. So people feel that if I am not someone who sells electronics, then this template is not relevant for me. So only the people who sell electronic items can use this template. Is it true? Absolutely not. It is not true. Anyone can use any template. The visuals which we are displaying here, they're only for example purpose. They're only to show you how it will appear once you add your products to it and your visuals here. This is the layout, how it will be displayed, right? So it is not related to the product, or the simply in much more simpler words, any design template can be used by any business line or any seller you selling any type of products, right? So it does not matter. All right. So a third question, which is a little more complex, and a lot of us, I'm not just saying these participants, if I was in your place, I may also not be aware that I have this problem. And the problem is that people don't understand how to finalize a template for their website. Or let me express it in another way. So as a business owner, it is obviously your choice and your desire that the website that I'm going to create, it should be very nice looking. The person who comes across the website should get impressed immediately, right? So that's the kind of expectation that you have. How do you fulfill that expectation? How do you fulfill that desire? Everything is looking beautiful here. The challenge is of plenty. This is where everything, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. How do you decide? Unless you are extremely creative person, just looking at the layout, you can make out this is the template that will display my products beautifully. Unless you are that kind of person, you will have this challenge. I also have this challenge, right? I'm not able to decide like what should be the template. So there's a process that you can follow. The process that you have to go through this journey, which I'm going to explain to you in the next few minutes. Once you have gone through this journey, upload few of your products, not all of them, just 4 or 5 will suffice, or even 2 will suffice. Once you have added your upload products or services, in case you're a service provider, then you have to go to the theme section, apply a theme, go to the product, see how that theme is showcasing or displaying your product, then go to the theme section, apply another theme, go to the product back again, refresh the page, see how it is appearing on the new theme, and keep doing this activity over and over again till you have reviewed all the themes, right? So that is something that you have to do. Yes, it will take some time. It may take about half an hour, but that will give you an absolute understanding in terms of which theme is displaying your product in the most beautiful manner. So that is how you decide which theme you have to select. As part of this journey or this screen which I'm showing to you, obviously you can't do that exercise. So you have to select any theme. And if you're not liking it, you can change it very easily. So that is this overlay, and which will bring you to the third and the last overlay. On this overlay, there are two input fields that you'll see. The first one is store name. So store name is basically your business name, unless you are someone who's running a popular brand. So in that case, you can type in the business name as well. And you'll see the name is already there. So if you want to make any changes to them, you can do that. Again, from your perspective, what are you expected to do? So store name, for most businesses, it is the name of the business, but there are certain businesses that run popular brand. So you can also create the store, or you can name the store in the name of the brand instead of your business name, right? So it can be either your business name or it can be your brand name, right? So your store name can be your business name or brand name. Either of the two can be there. Now down below, you'll see store URL, and this is the field I'm referring to. So store URL box may be empty. So in case you don't see a code there, in my input field, you'll see there is a code. So if you don't see the code there, you don't think like there's something wrong with my website. So it may have a code, or it may be blank, right? So it is not necessary that it will have a code. It may be blank as well. So it will vary on whether you have created catalog store or not. But it will have something. Either it will be blank or it will have a code. What are you expected to do? So you have to delete that. If it has a code, then delete it. If it is blank, you can start typing your business name without space or any special character. So it cannot have space. It cannot have any special character like hashtag, etc. Nothing of that sort. So only alphabets and numbers, and the length is 25 characters, right? So the length is 25 characters. So your name, if it is very long, in that case, you may have to do a little bit of editing to it and then fit it within 25 characters. Now, related to this, a lot of people ask me that we have our own domain. Can we use that? The answer is absolutely yes, you can do that. In fact, the examples which I was showing to you, they were all using their own domains. Where are those examples? Here we have this, where you can see Japan Online or HK Online. This is pepperflex.in. This is worldclasstraders.in. So you can certainly take it live on your own domain. However, if you want to continue to use linker.store, you can also do that. I'm going to show you an example. So this is a business that is into matchmaking, matchsticks, not the other matchmaking. So they are into matches or manufacturing of matches. So this is where they're using linker.store. And they're also exporters, by the way. So it is up to you. It is your decision. If you want to take it live on your own domain, you can do that. If you want to continue using linker.store, you can do that. And curiously, a lot of time people ask me that, what is this linker.store? This I'm referring to. So linker.store is our subdomain that we are providing to our users absolutely free of cost, and you can continue to use it for as long period as you want. Why are we doing that? So there are two objectives behind that. The first one is to make this journey as convenient as possible. Now just imagine that you're going through this journey and I ask you to point your DNS onto our server or upload an SSL. Tell me honestly, will you feel a little overwhelmed? Will you feel like this is too technical? You will certainly have that feeling. So we don't want you to get overwhelmed, or we don't want you to get stressed. So that's where, to ease out this journey, use our subdomain. The second question is, which is related to it, or the second objective is to give our members a sustainable digital solution. What does that mean? So if you have created a website in the past, you will know that there are multiple cost heads associated with a website creation. So, for example, you have to take care of domain registration and renewal, SSL renewals, you have to take care of hosting, AMCs or content update, etc. So it is a costly affair. Now, many MSMEs, just considering all those costs associated with the website setup and operation, they shy away from creating their digital presence. Now, in today's day and age, it is essential for any business to create their digital presence. And that is where this comes in. So if you want to create your digital presence and you don't want to invest on it, not even in domain registration, you can do that. You can create your digital presence, you can create your website, you can operate it. You don't have to worry about domain renewal. You don't have to worry about the SSL renewals, hosting. Everything is taken care of. And this is entirely DIY, very easy. So you can easily set it up and easily operate it. All right. So that is about the URL. Now, related to URL, before we move on to the next step, is that if any one of you wants to take your website live on your domain, please do reach out to our help desk. We will guide you with the process. Although the process is very simple and you'll be able to do that, there's nothing rocket science into it. But what I have experienced interacting with literally thousands of businesses like you, that sometime it may appear little too technical or little too overwhelming. So it is better reach out to our help desk. It will hardly take 15 minutes. Our expert will connect with you. They'll take you on a screen share and they'll guide you through the entire process, right? So please do feel free to reach out to our help desk and seek help when you're trying to point the domain or take the website live on your own domain, right? So that was a point I thought of sharing. Now, once you have closed that overlay, once you have created, clicked on Create Store, this is the page that will open up. Now, on this page, you will see there's this button which says Store Setup. You have to click on that, which will open an overlay. And this is where you'll see that 3 steps are completed and there's one more step that we have to do. You have to click on Create Your Catalog, which will open this page. Now, this product upload process is explained in the video in great detail, so I'm not going to spend your valuable time there. So I'm going to just explain 2 important points. One is GI product, which you can see here. This is GI product. If you are someone who is dealing in GI products, and that leads to a question, what is a GI product? So I'm going to quickly switch my screen, take you to the Indian Business Portal. And here you can see the first category itself, or the first navigation element, is GI products. So we are on GI products page. So GI products is geographic indication of India. These are the specialty products which are either cultivated or manufactured or made at a particular location. So for example, Banarsi sari, right? So it's a famous product, which is a famous type of sari, which is manufactured in Varanasi. And that is a GI product. I'm just taking you to the Varanasi district page. And wooden lacquer toy also happens to be one of the GI product from Varanasi. So we are going to very quickly go and have a look at the wooden lacquer toy product. And this is one of the products. I'm going to open the product detail page so that you can review. So this is the product detail page. And this is where you can see it is carrying this emblem. So it is a GI product. So it is Varanasi wooden lacquer toy. So it's a GI product. So any product that is specified as a GI product will have this emblem on Indian Business Portal. Now, if you have selected the GI product option, sorry, I will just fast forward it a little bit. So if you have selected the GI product option, then these 2 drop downs will appear. These are category and subcategory. So these are relevant if only and only if you're updating your product as a GI product. You're specifying the product. You're telling the system that the product that I'm uploading is a GI product. So only then it is relevant. Otherwise, it is not relevant. You shouldn't be touching that. All right. So once you have selected the category, for example, in this video, I've explained that you have to select the category, agriculture, and then subcategory, for example, Kashmiri saffron. And then you have to upload the certificate using this button. You have to upload the certificate. Unless you upload the certificate, you'll not be able to specify your product as a GI product. Certificate is mandatory and it is essential as well. All right. So that is about the GI product. That is one point I wanted to specify. The second point which I wanted to share with you related to product upload is the drop downs which you are seeing here. Many times people confuse these drop downs with the online store navigation. So if I quickly take you to the websites that we were looking at, again, I've lost them. Yeah, here we have. So they confuse them with these. So these are called navigation. There's a separate capability or feature for that. But the drop-downs, these drop-downs are used to tell the system where your product should be displayed on Indian Business Portal. So to help you understand this, I'm going to take you back to Indian Business Portal very quickly and show you the navigation. So you'll be able to relate to it. So I'm going to explain this with an example. So here we have, for example, let's take fashion, which is a more common category, and you'll be able to understand. So, for example, you are a manufacturer of denim shirts. You can see denim shirts I'm highlighting. So, you're a manufacturer of denim shirts, manufacturer and exporter of denim shirts. So, obviously, you would want your products to appear here, right? So, any international buyer that is wanting to import or is looking for denim shirts will certainly come here and they'll click on denim shirt and they will look for the exporters who are dealing in denim shirts, right? That is what will be happening. So from a seller's perspective, it is absolutely your responsibility that your products should be displayed at the right place. So for that, you have to tell the system where your product should be displayed, right? So you should select the category and subcategory. Once that is done, then you can proceed ahead to upload the remaining product. And I'm going to skip that because that is already explained in the video in great detail. So let's not waste your valuable time on that. So once you have done that, once you have uploaded the product, then you will see there's an option option on the top, which looks like a hut. It looks like a home. You have to click on that and it will open this page. On this page, there is a big gray color button. This is the button I'm referring to. Click on that and it will complete the online store creation journey, right? So you can imagine and tell me honestly, is it technical? Do we have to do any coding as such here? Nothing, right? So it is very simple. Anyone who can operate a computer, or even you can do this through smartphones as well. So it is very simple, very easy process which is available, and anyone and everyone, even a school student, can do that. It is so simple. Now, obviously, that is not the end of journey for you. So this is where you have completed the stage one or level one. Once you have completed the journey, once you have done that, then what is the next thing? So after that, you have to, this is the control panel. This is a live control panel that I'm showing to you. So then you have to upload the remaining products that you can do that, or you can upload your remaining products from the product management interface. You can upload one product at a time, or if you want to upload them in bulk, you can also do that. So you can upload them one product at a time using the add product feature, or you can upload them in bulk using the Excel file feature. So both the options are available. In fact, I'll try to share with you tutorial videos on how to do both the activities so that you can do them more efficiently. Then once you have done that, then you have to go to store settings, store details. And that's where you'll see there's a option which says about your export. This is the option that I'm referring to. Once you have clicked on it, it will open this page. On this page, you'll see there are a number of these fields that you have to input. Now, this is also crucial. So if you recall on Indian Business Portal, I showed you the profile. And for a moment, I'm going to switch the screen and take you there. So this is the profile I'm referring to. So all this information that you're seeing on this profile is added from this screen, which I was showing you. So this is a crucial piece of information because understand, finding you as a supplier of the product is one part. the international buyer will also be doing a level of due diligence. They'll also be doing a certain amount of research, and so that they can understand that you are a genuine organization, you are a truthful organization, and they can confidently do business with you, right? So they need some information from you. That information is to be actually added from this particular page, and that will populate the about your export or about us page on Indian Business Portal, right? So you should input the information here. Again, the information is very simple. You have to just specify whether you're a FIO member or not. Your IEC code, you have to verify that. Then you have to specify the legal entity type, the year in which you started your business, what type of business operations you are engaged in, business activities. This is again a multi-select field, so you can select more than one field. Then you have to specify whether you are a MSME or not, and then export turnover of previous 3 years, countries you have already exported to, countries you would like to export to, number of employees which are there in your organization, license and certificate. This is very crucial because if you are displaying your license certificates on this page, the international buyers can actually see that. I keep taking you to the wrong page. So this is where you can see they have added their certificates. Here you can see the certificate is added, and you can add as many certificates as you want. So that will improve the credibility. It will improve the trustworthiness of your organization. So anyone who's coming across your profile, they'll see you as a trustworthy business, and they'll feel more confident when reaching out to you. After that, you have two fields where you have to just specify why should someone do business with you. And lastly, you have to specify what type of proposals you are interested in. Once you are done, click on Save. Now, once you have done this activity, you can certainly work on beautification of your store if you want. Otherwise, you can simply click here. So if you want to work on the beautification of your online store, then you can go to My Store, and that's where you have the theme section. You have the store preview section and the navigation section. So you can set up the navigation. You can select a suitable theme, and you can upload the banner. So all that can be done, but that is optional. So if you don't want to work on that, then you can simply set up the navigation. And once you have done that, then you can go to the home section. And once you are on the home section, if you scroll down below, this is where you'll see there is this option which says link your store and sell on Indian Business Portal. This is where you have to click on send request, which will open this overlay. On this overlay, you'll see there are these do's and don'ts. So it is basically in two parts. On one side, we have do's and don'ts. On the other side, we have the form. So please do read the do's and don'ts. And most importantly, watch this video. In this video, we have explained what are the mistakes which can prevent your business from being listed on Indian Business Portal, and also how to fix those mistakes. So it is not like I just told you that this is the mistake, that is the mistake, but also how to solve those mistakes. That is also explained in the video. So please do watch the video. And once you are absolutely certain that my store does not have any mistakes, it does not have any issues, then go ahead and submit the request. This is where you have to just agree to terms and then click on submit. Now, once you have submitted the request, after that, our operations team will review it. It will take about 2 to 3 working days. And once they have reviewed your online store and everything is in order, your products will start appearing, your business will start appearing on Indian Business Portal. And if there's an issue, they will reject your store, and you'll get a notification, you'll get an update. It will also appear on the seller panel. They'll specify what is the reason why we are rejecting. And then you have to fix that mistake, you have to fix that issue and submit the request. Once again, now this is a very crucial step. Please don't miss out on that. Now, related to this, another point which I would want to highlight, and that is related to the store creation journey. So I'm going to take you back to the journey, and precisely at this screen, this is where you'll see a lot of people, what they do is that they don't click on this button, convert now. Once they reach here, they just start uploading the product. You should not do that. If you're doing this, then you will not be able to list on Indian Business Portal, right? So don't do that. That is a suggestion or a request I wanted to share with you before I stop sharing my screen. All right, so this will be all from my side. I'm going to stop sharing my screen as I promised. I'm going to quickly share with you links of few of these tutorial video. The first thing which I'm going to share with you in the chat is the video, this video, and then I will also share the links of the other videos. So just give me quick few seconds to do that. In the meantime, if you have any question or if there's anything you would want me to answer, please do add that in the Q&A. All right, so I have shared with you the links of 3 videos. One is the video which we saw. The second is the same video in Hindi. So in case you want to review the process or you want to understand the process in Hindi, you can do that. And the third is the link to compliance checklist. In addition to that, I also shared with you that I will be sharing with you the links of tutorial videos about product upload, etc. So let me also share that. Give me a quick second to do. Right, so I've shared with you a number of tutorial video links. Please copy them and save them with you. You'll find all these tutorial videos very useful and handy. So please use these videos, and by using these tutorial content or by reviewing these videos, you'll be able to understand about the entire journey and all the stages which are there, and you'll be able to create a beautiful online store for your business, beautiful website for your business by reviewing this content. All right. So that is there. In addition to that, I'm also going to share my contact details. So if any one of you would want to reach out to me, please, you can do that very easily. So I'm going to share my contact details as well in the chat. And I am also going to share the contact details of our help desk. So if anyone would want to reach out to our help desk, you can do that. All right. So now I'm going to quickly go through the Q&A and start answering them. So the first question, it is from Sagar, and his question was related to Global Income Marketplace. So he wanted to understand about the Global Income profile. So Sagar, for that, I think we have overshot our time. So I'll not be able to do that. But in one of my previous sessions, I've explained how to update your profile or what are the issues that you have to fix there. So I can share with you the recording. So I'm going to do that very quickly. Just give me a quick second to do that. Perfect. So I'm going to share the link. So Sagar, I'm sharing the link with you in the chat. Review this video and you'll understand the process of updating the profile. Mr. Sachin has shared the URL of the website. I'm not sure if you want me to review. So while it is opening, let me go back to the question. Next question is from Sagar again, wants to understand how to hide the price of the product. So this is where I will have to start the screen share once again. So give me a quick second to do that. And I'm going to take you to this control panel to show you how to do it. So the question for everyone's reference, so he wants to understand that I am a B2B seller and I want to hide the price. So I want to show price on request. How can I do that? So for that, there is a option that you have to use. So I'm going to share with you, or firstly, let's have a look at the example. So I'm going to just show you an example. This is where we can see this matchstick, send inquiry, and it is showing price on request. I'm going to open the product detail page. This is where you can see it is send inquiry and the price on request. So the price is not displayed. He wants to understand how to do this. So for that, you can do it manually, one product at a time, or you can do it in bulk as well. So I'm going to show you. So if you want to do it manually, then click on edit, click on price and variant. Where is, I think the button is moved. Sorry, my bad. This is not an inquiry product. So I have to firstly enable the inquiry. Okay, category selection is required. So this is a so selected the category. Let's click on save. Where category? Okay, this category. So I'm going to select men's sunglasses just to save time. We'll click on save. And now once we have done that, now we can go to price and variant. And now we will have do not show price option. Why is it not appearing? Okay, that is also my issue. I haven't unchecked the checkout. It has to be only inquiry, only in the inquiry product. So if you have checkout and inquiry, that means you have to mandatorily show the price. So it is like that product where I showed you send inquiry and add to cart was there. So that was the scenario why this do not show price was option was not appearing. Now we have the do not show price option. So if it is checked, if it is ticked, then the price will not be displayed. If it is not ticked, then the price will be displayed. Now this is something that you can do one product at a time. And if you don't have a very large catalog, in that case, certainly this is a method which you can use. Now, if you have a large catalog, so in that case, you can download the file from here. So I'll just quickly download the file and show to you how to update that. So it will download an Excel file. There's a column which is about product type. So let's save the file very quickly. So this is the file. I'm going to open that. And here, let me zoom in a little bit. So here you have this column, product type. So if it is inquiry, then you have to show price. If it is yes, the price will be displayed. If it is no, then the price will not be displayed. Now, the important point is it is not applicable to checkout products. Obviously, how will someone buy a product if you're not showing the price? It is only relevant to inquiry products. So if it is yes, if it is yes, then price is displayed. If it is no, then price is not displayed. So your question is, how do I change that? So the simplest and the easiest method is download this file, ensure that they are all inquiry, and then it should be no. So show price should be no, and product type should be inquiry. That's how you can update the products so that the prices are hidden. How to set up currency. So if you want to change the default currency of your online store, that is a question by Monali. So Monali, there is a tutorial that I had created because we have unfortunately overshot our time significantly. So I'll not be able to show you that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a link of a tutorial video about how to change the default currency. So just give me a few seconds to do that. My internet is also acting up, so it is slowing me down. So I've shared the link of the tutorial. I'm also going to share the link here, how to change the default currency of your online store. There's a question which I can see is from Vandana Arora. So Vandana, I'll request if you can either drop me an email if about the issue that you're facing, and also to our help desk or to both of us, we will be able to understand what is happening and help you out. So please do send me an email about what issue you are facing so that we can help you out. So I'm sharing my and help desk email ID to you. Please do reach out. So the link of how to create a digital catalog is already there in the chat. I'm going to share that with. That is also a question from Manna. The next question is from Bhanu. Does a business need to maintain a separate website, or does this website which you are creating as part of Indian Business Portal, will that suffice? The answer is absolutely yes. It is a full-fledged feature-packed website, so you don't need to maintain a separate website for that. Next question is from Mr. Rohit Agrawal. So Rohit ji, you have 5-7 products, so it does not matter. You can easily upload them and create your online store. And if you need any assistance with that, then please do reach out to us. Next question is from Mr. Kapil, and this happens to be a popular question. So he deals in multiple unrelated categories. His question is, can I upload all those products on the same store? Yes, certainly you can do that. In fact, I'm not sure if you noticed that. But when I was showing you examples of various online stores, there was one store, world-class traders. They happen to be merchant exporters, and they deal in very wide varieties of products, right? So very diverse varieties of product. Same website, all those categories are displayed. So I think that is the last question I can see in the Q&A. If there's anything which is not clear or I was not able to answer it to your satisfaction, please do drop me an email and I'll be more than happy to answer it to you. Once again, I can see. So Kapilji, the links which I've provided in the chat, you can just straight away select them and copy paste them to a Word file or to a notepad, and that's where they'll be handy. All right, so that was the last question I can see. And this is where we'll conclude the session. What additional I'm going to do, you all will get the recording of today's session. Now, in the description of the recording, so it will be on YouTube. So in the description of the recording, I will add all these links so that if any one of you would like to access these links, you'll be able to do that fairly easily. All right. So for your convenience, I'll also do that. So this is where I think we should conclude the session for today. We have overshot our times by almost half an hour. So let's conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for taking our time and participating in the session and also staying for this long. So I hope you found the session informative. And as I mentioned, this let's treat this as a start of a relationship, not just a one-off interaction. So I would love to be in touch with you. I've already shared my email ID. So please drop me an email if you want to connect with me, if you want to seek suggestion, feedback, or anything you would want to discuss with me. So please do that. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful